Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the New Canaan Board of Education, Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you very much. Next, I'd like to please make a motion to review and approve the agenda. Erica, second. Phil, all in favor? Next, let's move to approve the minutes. I'd like to make a motion. Julie, second. Penny, all in favor? It's unanimous. Next, moving on to comments from the public. To ensure the public's right to be heard, the board set aside time during the meeting for public comments. 2 minutes to be allotted to each speaker with a maximum of 15 on each subject. Would anybody like to approach the board? Thank you. Moving on to reports and recognition, school opening reports from all of our wonderful principals.
Yes, thank you. Welcome to all 6 of our principals here with us this evening. As is our tradition, we have our principals report on the opening of school, and we like to do this on the Tuesday after Labor Day because they have a couple of days under their belt, and they can share with you some of the experiences as our kids have returned. So we have a couple of slides this year from each of the schools. We kept them to a minimum, but more importantly, we have each of our principals who do some of the most important work each and every day in their buildings by overseeing our programs, working with our teachers, and most importantly, caring for and loving our kids as they come in and out of the doors each and every day. So we're going to start with Principal Murphy over at West. And we have one slideshow with everybody's slides that should be in order for us tonight. CJ's about to turn it on for us here.
Do you want me to stand here?
Wherever you're comfortable.
Okay.
As long as there's a mic. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, there you go. Very good.
Okay. So West Elementary School.
There we go. Good.
I'm not used to going first. I'm usually last because we're W for West. So anyway, good evening. And it's always, I say this every year, but it's a pleasure to be here and to be the principal of West School. The kids in New Canaan are amazing. So it's always a pleasure to work with you and with the kids. I think it took us about an hour on the first day to kind of get back in the groove. You know, you think about the summer as being long, but once you get back and you see the kids and you see the parents, it's like we never left. So we, on August 22nd, we welcomed, we had our New to West at school. We welcomed 13 new students in grades 1 through 4, not including the kindergarten, and 9 new families. We have one family that actually will be joining us in October from as far away as China, and one of our families was as close as Stanford. We also welcomed 6 new certified staff members. That was including the pre-K. We have a brand new pre-K teacher, a pre-K speech pathologist, 2 special education teachers for grades K through 4, a new BCBA, and then we have currently have 2 long-term subs. We like to call them guest teachers so that the kids know that they're still real teachers in art and in pre-K. And you can see up there on the slide, the one on the left is Miss Hussey. She was our building sub at West last year, and she was able to fill in for us as the guest teacher for art. So that's her class. And then excuse me, our enrollment, we're currently at 430 students in grades K through 4, with 53 students in the pre-K. We did a little bit of a shift between our pre-K and kindergarten, probably because of the law that changed for the kindergarten age. We currently have 5 pre-K sections at West, whereas we had 5 kindergarten sections last year. We dropped down 1. Grade 1, 2, 3, and 4 are also at 5 sections. And then on Wednesday, August 28th, we had our meet and greet. All the kids came. They went to their classrooms for about a half an hour, met their teacher, and then they left. On Thursday was the first day for all the kids in grades 1 through 4, and it was our first day for kindergarten. And on the right, the slide on the right, the picture on the right, is a picture of one of our kindergarten teachers with the parents. So half of the kids come for an hour with their parents, and then they learn the routines and transitions, they learn where to put their materials, they get to know the teacher, so that when they come back on their first day on Friday, it's not quite so scary, they know where to go, they recognize the faces. And so that was their first day of kindergarten. Change the slide. So when we look at what happened this summer with buildings and grounds, we ended up, if you haven't been by West School, take a ride by, because our entire parking lot has been repaved and the front loop. So I tried to get a nice picture of that to kind of celebrate that. It was a long time coming, and it looks really nice now. We had 7 different classrooms receive new smart boards. And then we had the 2 remaining music classrooms and 2 of our special education classrooms were finally painted. We've been waiting for that for a couple of years. So everything in buildings 1, 2, and 3 is fully painted now. We also had a lot going on this summer with our PTC, and I'm really proud of this picture because the little girl on the right, she's in her Taylor Swift In My West School Era t-shirt. They sold out, I think, in about 10 minutes flat at New to West, so they're a hot item. They had to reorder them, so that's West School's version of the Era t-shirt. We also ordered new concert chairs. They're green because of Westy for our strings program. And then we do have our teacher appreciation luncheon coming up this week on Thursday. The PTC also donated some bus paddles to help make dismissal a little bit smoother with the buses. And then we're in the process of ordering some walk-off mats. We were very inspired by the ones over at Saks, so we're trying to buy some of those for our front entryway. Other things happening at West, we suspended the Right at School program after school just because there wasn't a need for it at West, and if that should change at any time, we definitely will bring it back. The early bird program in the morning continues. That continues to be available for working parents. We continue, and we're hoping to use our outdoor learning center next week for our back-to-school coffee with our PTC. And then, as a result of our school climate information from last year, our school climate committee came up with the word KIND, which stands for kind, independent, neighborly, and determined. And so everything that we do is going to be, we really felt very strongly that those are the 4 words that we really want to focus on with our students. So we want them to be kind, we want them to work on being independent. Neighborly was a word we just couldn't think of an N-word, but that neighborly, our kindergarten teacher made that word work. So, and everybody loved it. So, and that's a great life skill, right? Be a good neighbor. So. Those are our 4 words for be kind. And then this year we also have what we're actually calling One Book West, and they're teasing me before about my books. I always have a book every year. But the book we chose this year is called The Power of Yet, and it's about this little boy on the bicycle, a little pig. He's riding his bicycle with his training wheels, and he keeps trying and trying and trying to ride a 2-wheeler. And throughout the whole book, he continues to be told, you're not quite there yet. And so that's kind of, at West School, our mantra for the faculty, for everything that we do. We want our kids to be determined and independent. They're not there yet, but we're hoping to get them there. And we do have our open houses coming up, September 19th and September 26th. We have a fire drill planned for Friday, and we have picture day in October, first week in October. So, thanks.
Thank you.
And next up, I guess Jan said she's used to going last, being at West, so we'll go in reverse alphabetical order and have South Elementary School with our principal, Matt Kaskak.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to share with you a little bit about our opening. At South School, our motto is to be your best self. We stole that directly from the Ruler program, but it seems to have been working the last couple of years, so we're very excited to use that as our South motto. We had a wonderful, smooth opening over the past few days. All buses arrived before the second bell. This was probably a first in my 20-plus years at South. The weather has been wonderful. We've had many walking families, which I think has really helped cut down on the traffic on and around campus. Our campus monitor has said to me, Thursday and Friday, said to me both days, where are all the cars? So, but I was at the back where the buses were, and there were a lot of parents back there, and a lot of dogs too. So I'm assuming they all walked on Thursday and Friday. Overall, students appeared very happy, as evidenced by the enormous smiles on everyone's faces, and eager to get the year started and get back into their school routine. As far as enrollment goes, since last week, since the Board of Ed Friday notes were published, we did have a slight tweak downward. We had two withdrawals. So we welcomed 88 new kindergarten students, 93 first grade students, 106 second graders, 95 third graders, and 97 fourth graders, for a total of 478. I've been at South for 20 years now. This is my 21st year. We have never been below 500. But I think we all know that that number probably won't hold after about 2 years from now. But we won't talk about that right now. Our 478 students are spread across 26 sections. We lost one section. We had 27 last year because we had that really big fourth grade with 132 students that moved on to the intermediate school. Our class sizes currently range from 16 to 20 students, all within the Board of Ed guidelines. In addition to our 88 new kindergartners, we welcome 21 new students across grades 1 through 4, with the largest group coming into grade 1. We had 9 students join us brand new in grade 1. All of our students, including kindergarten, were invited to and most attended popsicle play dates on the school grounds on Tuesday. We had the kindergartners up front, the kindergarten playground, and the new first through fourth graders, the 21 of them. Really good turnout on the lower playground on the 27th. To become familiar with the playground, each other, meet a few people in the building. They got to meet a lot of our PTC parents, so it was a really good time for all of them. Our new families also were afforded a tour of the building on Wednesday, August 28th, prior to our Meet Your Teacher and Classmates event. Kindergarten students started their year on Thursday, August 29th, with half of each class coming, very similar to what Jan said about West, coming to a meet and greet session with their parents, either at 9:30 or 10:30, with a 30-minute overlap on the K playground in between, so they could meet other students from their class. Our PTC was on hand to support and answer questions during this time as well. All students in grades 1 through 4 are also teamed up with a buddy or two to help them learn about South, and are provided with a goodie bag of paw print and South items upon their arrival. Staffing, we're very fortunate this year to welcome 3 new certified staff members, 3 non-certified staff members, a graduate teaching intern, a new building sub, and we're currently interviewing, probably for one of the hardest things to fill, is a .6 teaching assistant. Those part-time positions sometimes are pretty hard to fill. We also have a few familiar and new faces in different roles. In our main office, Mrs. Lisa Capone, who was our school administrative assistant, is now the principal administrative assistant. Miss Tracy Pascarella, who was a longtime special education teaching assistant in the district, and most recently the library administrative assistant for both East and South, has moved into our school administrative assistant role. We've reviewed our most current school climate data, which was, I think, very, very positive, both from all three, from the students, the teacher perspective, and the parent perspective. Our school climate committee over the next week or two will draft 2 goals based on that data, one of which will become our school climate goal, our TEPL school climate focus for the year. I'd love to thank personally the PTC for all they've done throughout all of last year and of course this year. We will soon take delivery of a new and expanded playground swing set for our lower playground. We're in the early stages of working with our PTC to solidify the focus of areas for improvement and or supplement this year as the PTC helps us through their continued generosity. Our school garden is a huge part of South School and continues to be. Just today I received an update from the PTC committee chairs from the garden. Dozens of families help out throughout the summer to keep this garden going. Some of the highlights from that update include the addition of a greenhouse to get seedlings off to an earlier start in the spring, a donation of 4 fruiting raspberry plants from Silverman's Farm, They had a surplus of plants and focused on donating them to master gardener projects, including demonstration gardens, community gardens, school gardens, and projects that focus on food accessibility. Even though we haven't gotten to our final harvest days this fall with our children, which our children will all be a part of, to date the garden has already donated 45 pounds of fresh food to our primary recipient right now, which is Schoolhouse Apartments here in New Canaan. As we continue to harvest over the next 2 months, we will include Food Rescue US. That's who we worked with in the past to donate the food to. You may remember last year we were the recipient of a moon tree from NASA and the U.S. Department of Agriculture Forest Services. The tree's been struggling a little bit, some brown leaves on it. We've been trying to water it the best we can. We're hoping that we're staying on top of it, and we're hoping that in the springtime we'll see a very healthy tree. I also found out that in May of last year, we got a lovely letter over the summer that our children all participated in the Kids Heart Challenge through the American Heart Association, and we raised over $13,000 during the month of May for the American Heart Association, just by kids participating in some exercises, heart-healthy exercises, and raising money through that project. With that, we earned about 80 playground balls and 100 jump ropes, which we have donated. We've decided, since our PTC is so generous and we have plenty of equipment for the playground, that we donated those to the Adam J. Lewis Academy in Bridgeport this year. Our fall family gathering scheduled for next Sunday on the lower playground from 4 to 6 p.m. And our fall walk to school day will be held on Friday, October 4th from 8:15 to 9 a.m. We'd love to have all of you join us at any of these events if you're able to. We've truly had a wonderful start, and we're looking forward to another pawsome year at South School. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. That's great. Next, we'll have our newest principal, one of our newest principals here, Zoe Robinson, our new principal over at East School. And Zoe, this isn't your first time sharing an update in the back to school. Am I correct in remembering that you
Might have had
a pinch hit
laryngitis.
in the past once, maybe?
He claimed on my first week on the job that he lost his voice. He had me do the update 3 days into the new role. Via Zoom. So
Well, you've had a few months over at East, so take it away.
thank you for having me represent East School and sharing the update tonight. Although my job's officially started July 1st, I was sneaking in there the last couple of weeks of June. I couldn't help but start setting up my new office, and it was just a tremendous experience. I got to witness floors ripped up in the hallways and new flooring being installed, which I thought was quite amazing. With that said, we did install a new logo of East School into our flooring that spent a lot of hours picking out colors to make sure it matched the decor. So that was my first mission as I started as principal. But a big thank you to our custodial staff, because they worked so hard with the facilities team to do an excellent job preparing the school and ensuring all of our updates were completed. While we had additional floors in the foyer, we also have new flooring in our galley and through our first floor, and it looks fantastic. Everyone just really pitched in and helped get it done. We also repurposed some of the space in our main office to utilize it more conveniently and make it more inviting to families and staff. East School had a very successful opening this year, which began even before we were officially in session. On Thursday, August 22nd, Maura and I had the pleasure of meeting our new to East families, where we invited current East students to help guide and tour the families and the students around the school. I was eagerly excited and so happy when I saw a South family joining that tour, and I was greeted by a big hug by one of the former South students, and I said, we'll do this together. So it was nice and inviting. The very next day, I was thrilled to meet many of our kindergarten students and their families at our East K play date. And even more exciting was the back-to-school social on Sunday, August 25th on the East School playground, where there was a DJ, spiritware, and lots of fun to be had. The warm welcome I received was touching by so many parents and students coming up and introducing themselves to me. Then teachers eagerly opened their classroom doors for families for our grades 1 through 4 student meet and greet on August 28th, which was a fantastic experience. And then we followed, August 28th, yes. And then that Thursday, we met and had our kindergarten meet and greet as well, similar to the other two schools, where we had parents come in with their students. Here you'll see 2 kindergarten teachers greeting students and families and showing them what they typically go through in a day and help getting them prepared. Our enrollment represents the same number of sections as last year, holding steady with 30 sections. There's currently 561 students across grades K through 4. We welcomed 111 kindergarten students this year, and we have 105 in first grade, 116 in second, 116 in third, 113 in fourth, so pretty evenly spread out. A special note of appreciation goes out to the teachers and staff at East School. We spent the first few days of professional learning together, building and fostering our school community with the understanding that we are all in this together. Our vision statement is that we all own the school and we own each part of it. So making sure that we work collaboratively to help one another through anything that might be of a challenge or something to be celebrated. We worked on creating our staff charter, looked at our school climate goal, analyzed income and student data, and of course, spent some time getting to know each other and building relationships. I want to give a special thank you to the PTC. Right in July, they came in, they introduced themselves to me, gave me some spirit wear, so now I donated all my South spirit wear before I left. I even signed it on the inside and gave it to teachers. But now, I was going to raffle it, but I was told not to. So now I have some East spirit wear that I can't wait to put on and show off, but our PTC has just been amazing, which is no surprise, having worked at both West and South. They're just an integral part of what we do every day. And their work and providing our students with experiences are just outstanding. Looking ahead, I'm excited to participate in our Welcome Back coffee tomorrow morning, first thing, and share with our families some of the great volunteering opportunities available. In addition, we're gearing up for our picture day next week and our upcoming open house nights, during which staff can showcase some of the exciting upcoming events. Finally, I just want to say thank you to all of you who continuously support our efforts for entrusting us with running the schools. I'm really grateful to be part of this amazing community, and I really look forward to partnering with all of you and the entire East School community for continued success. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you, Zoe. And continuing our going in order here, we'll have Sarah Granite join us from our Sachs Intermediate School. And while Sarah comes up to the mic, just a quick reminder, on the evenings of open house at the schools, we're going to have the dome open for public viewing. So as those dates come out, we'll send a reminder out as well. But any community members who haven't seen the dome, who would like to see it and just get a sense of it on those evenings before going over to their open houses, we thought it would work to match those up to make it more convenient for people. So more information to come.
Thank you so much.
Principal Granite.
All right, so just good evening, everyone. I want to start by thanking the board for your continued support. I feel like a little deja vu from last week, but we're back in the same place, and I'm excited to share with you the opening couple days from Sachs Intermediate. So we've had a great start to the school year at the new intermediate school. Students and staff have settled in well, and the positive energy throughout the building is already setting the tone for a fantastic year ahead. If you have not yet seen our What's Changing at Sachs little 2-minute video, and you have a moment, it's definitely worth the watch. Shout out to Mr. Bedard, who was a great sport throughout the whole thing. But you'll be delighted to know that you still get me and you get Mr. Bedard to provide guidance and support to all of our students, families, and staff throughout the year. The first 3 days have brought some memorable moments so far. One of mine was the longest lunch line I have ever seen in my now 4 years at Sachs. It wrapped the entire cafeteria on the first day. I didn't really know it could emulate the same Danbury Mall food court, but it did. And I absolutely attribute that line to the sight of the irresistible power of the warm chocolate chip cookie. They are quite well known. So another favorite sight around the intermediate school so far has been our tour guides.
AKA our teachers, escorting our students to and from their specials. If you've ever been to a cruise excursion or a trip to a major historical site, you know the power of a well-colorful and labeled sign to direct traffic. Steve and I even have our very own special signs that say, "Need help? I'm here to help you." So we carry them around throughout the day, and it's just taller than the students and myself. So it seems to be working pretty well. So I also want to thank our interview committees, our administrative staff, and our HR department. We are excited to welcome 631 total students to Sachs Intermediate. 22 of them are new to New Canaan. We also have 6 new certified staff members to the intermediate school. Our new staff includes 2 grade 5 teachers that were added due to our increased enrollment going into 5th grade. We had 14 sections last year. We're up to 16 this year. We have a grade 6 science teacher that has joined us, a special education teacher in grade 6, a new social worker dedicated just to the intermediate school, along with 4 shared staff members with Sachs Middle School for art and music. These additions will greatly enhance our students' learning experiences and our school community. I also want to thank our incredible staff and counselors for their preparation and participation in all of our professional learning activities before the start of the year. On Monday and Tuesday of last week, we enjoyed reconnecting as a staff and preparing for the upcoming year. We also welcomed our incoming grade 5 students and their families for our annual grade 5 meet and greet. Again, another line that was very interesting to see all the way around the back portion of Sachs. Again, probably the longest line I've seen in years. So it's great to see the amount of support and families that are coming in to meet our teachers and to have our students get acclimated to the building. Our incredible central office staff also joined us on day 1 to welcome all of our students and to wave and high five each child as they entered the building. I promise I sanitized afterward. It was literally 337 handshakes. On day 2, we published our first ever Sachs Intermediate Insider, which is a newsletter for families to keep them updated on all of the amazing events and activities happening within our classrooms. This school year couldn't begin without our incredible maintenance staff, custodians, and district technology team as well. The building looks incredible. Our 6th grade classrooms all got a fresh coat of paint. Our 5th and 6th grade hallways were retiled to match the rest of the building, and multiple classrooms received new smart boards as well. In addition, our generous PTC has been instrumental in helping us kick off our year. They are funding multiple teacher grant requests, organizing and attending our grade 5 meet and greet, which was today, and our new to New Canaan parent coffee, which is tomorrow. Our PTC's most notable contribution to our school, though, has to be the all-new Sachs Hawks Court, which is already a favorite spot for before school, playing some basketball, recess, and our 5th graders that we've welcomed over the last few days. One final note to close out my update for this evening. We're reorganizing our intermediate office in a way that mirrors the structure of our elementary schools a bit more. One secretary will handle the day-to-day needs and the interactions and forward-facing of students and families, while Ms. Carmichael will become our new principal secretary. She's moved back in the office, and she'll be supporting the intermediate admin team with our daily back office tasks. I just want to say thank you again, and we're excited to keep moving forward together, which is our motto for the year.
Next up, we have our principal of the Sachs Middle School, no stranger to the board here, Principal Gussich. Hello, Dave.
Hello. Thank you, and greetings, members of the Board of Education, Central Office leadership, those in attendance, those tuning in live or possibly watching later. As Dr. Lutzy said, my name is Dave Gussich, and as principal of Sachs Middle School, it's an honor and pleasure to stand before you to speak on behalf of our great school. Well, there were many changes to our building and structures as we prepared for the opening of the 2024-25 school year. One thing did not change was a dedicated crew who had it ready for our staff and students as they returned from the summer break. This year, at Sachs Middle School, we welcomed approximately 650 students in grades 7 and 8, 9 new certified staff members, including those who teach across all grade levels, another handful of non-certified and support staff, and we're also looking at a possible intern to welcome aboard as well. Thanks go out to our custodial and maintenance staff, our administrative assistants, the tech team, our wonderful food service crew, our admin team, the transportation team, and of course, our Sachs Middle School teachers, faculty, and staff. The building looked great, as always, and we are certainly extremely grateful. With the ongoing support of our ever-supportive PTC, you have by now seen and heard about the recently opened and newly renovated outdoor activity area known as Hawks Court, which is used by just about every single student in our school. So far, the response has been positive. They're loving it. Our PTC is also instrumental in our ongoing evolution through grants, our upcoming Celebrate Sex campaign, transformational learning space projects outside of the traditional classrooms, and always much, much more. The launch to the 24-25 school year has been one of the best in recent memory, and I could not be more proud of our staff and students. And as you heard Mr. Kaskak mention earlier as well, shout out to parents for encouraging students to walk, ride, or take the bus, because that morning drop-off line has been terrific. Hopefully that continues. And students have been arriving on time and ready to go. Since last Monday, when teachers arrived for convocation and the opening days of professional learning, our 7th and 8th grade teachers have come in with a positive, enthusiastic mindset. Not that they aren't every year, but this year felt a little bit different. And I believe that was evident to our students as they arrived on Thursday and continued all the way through today. And I know we'll continue along. There's a genuine sense of excitement about the school year, which is really invigorating. In terms of our physical plant, projects around the building, the aforementioned Hawks Court space, which is not only basketball and foursquare, it also has tables for students who want to relax out there. Will serve our other classes who choose to go out there for team building or otherwise, as well as our clubs outside of just recess. And again, thank you again to our PTC. We have a newly resurfaced and painted auxiliary gym floor, a replaced elevator from the 2nd to 3rd floors, continuing to refresh the restroom areas with updated dividers and doors. All this may not sound super exciting, but it really does make a big difference, especially functionally. In the ongoing paint and floor replacement plan, there's a lot of square footage in Saks, and we're making great progress in terms of getting that done. A huge shout out and thank you to Scott Olson, Andrew Soroy, and their teams, and of course, Sean and Central Office for the ongoing support of these projects. All these really do matter in terms of our students feeling a sense of pride in the building when they walk in every day, and I really believe that they do feel that. Over the past couple days, it's been nice visiting our classrooms across all disciplines. I should have been keeping up with the slideshow. This is a reminder of that. And seeing the foundations of positive relationships in action, interactive and kinesthetic teaching approaches, collaborative group work, and maybe even some early meaningful homework being assigned or at least talked about. One of the most important elements of our team structure, our team meetings have also already begun. These are an opportunity for teachers and counselors and support staff and administrators to review student questions that have been submitted, anything so far from field trips to assessment schedules to phone-free schools. These will quickly grow to personalize the needs of students and families as teams work closely to meet the needs of each student on their team. There's so many aspects of education that are truly important, especially at the middle school level. In addition to upholding the highest level of academic excellence, we maintain our focus on educating the whole child in a well-rounded experience, balancing each of the learning domains. As you're aware, this is critical during this ever-changing developmental phase when our kids grow more than any other developmental phase outside of infant to toddler, and some may even challenge that research as most growth taking place when we have them at the middle level. As such, we're developmentally responsive, and with more freedom comes more responsibility. Want to be challenging. We expect that every student will succeed in their highest levels. We do believe and subscribe to the acronym FAIL, which is frequent attempts in learning, and then maybe not always getting it right on the first try, and maybe not having always somebody there to pick them up and quote-unquote rescue them, and for them to really work through some of these things that we're trying to have them build confidence with. We want to empower them, more student voice, and allow them to have control and/or in creating their knowledge base. We want it to be fair, providing challenging and relevant learning to all of our students. And this is all grounded in relationships and it's built on trust. And the old Roosevelt quote that kids really don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Each year we solicit feedback, feedback and choose, wow. I think I got it. All right, let's see. Actually, I had my own water, but I'm going to borrow this for a second. Get broken up on the relationships, sorry. Each year we solicit feedback and choose one word that unites us throughout the year. Our focus for this year is believe, such as in we believe in our students, in each other, and in our school community. It had nothing to do with the choice this year, but there may have been some motivating Ted Lasso references among staff. And regardless, we believe this truly will be the best year in the history of Sachs Middle School. In terms of what has evolved, our core class rotation, in addition to operating independently as Sachs Middle School in grades 7 and 8, we've begun operating in our core rotation schedule that allows our students and teachers to experience teaching and learning at different times of the day. This may not sound like a lot, but there's a ton of research and planning that went into this and has been received so far with an incredibly favorable response. We're really excited about it. Our phone-free schools. While this is not a huge change in our school rules, the increased emphasis on not seeing phones out during the day and working toward the lead-up in instituting locking pouches shows our commitment to providing the best, safest, and most distraction-free environment possible for our students and staff. We continue to look at opportunities to build and foster community with formats such as grade level and town hall meetings. We'll actually be holding our grades 7 and 8 town grade level meetings tomorrow to ensure consistent messaging, share updates, and yes, some of those are reminders of school rules, reinforce our commitment to every single member of our learning community, and how that all ties in with our ongoing work. Overall, in addition to everything mentioned, our focus is to continue to develop kind, well-rounded young people. Everything above happens in one way, shape, or form every day, and we enjoy celebrating snapshots from our learning community through our Sachs Weekly, social media, Sachs News shows, and even our daily slideshow on our digital displays and website. In closing, I'd like to thank our Board of Education, Dr. Lutzy, our central office team, and our school community for your continued support. We really do believe in leading with what is most important, having our students at the front and center. This is what makes New Canaan special, and your Sachs Middle School team looks forward to working together to make 2024-25 the best year yet. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Billy, we'll let you go. No, you're good. Yeah. Last but never least, Bill Egan, our New Canaan High School principal. Hello, Bill.
I was joking with Dr. Lutzy earlier. They had me go last. I feel a little bit inadequate because everybody's so eloquent. But I just want to thank all of you. This is my 10th year as the high school principal here in New Canaan. And honestly, it feels like it's my first day every single time I come in. In part, that's because of our outstanding staff that really cares about your kids and wants to do the best for them each and every day. Our parent community are amazing partners who really make the school climate here for the kids outstanding. And honestly, without the kids, they're the most amazing kids I've ever seen. They're kind and they're talented. So that's a testament to the entire community. I'm just pleased to report on New Canaan High School's successful start to the academic year and share some updates on some of our ongoing initiatives. First, a special thank you to Scott Olson and his entire team, including Dave Reyes as building manager and his entire team as well. Also, I'd like to give a special shout out to our administrative assistants. Without them, none of this would be possible. And as you all know, without Mary Cognetta, who's my principal's administrative assistant, the building would not function at all. So she is truly the best. Opening week, we started with convocation and professional learning, which really set a tone of unity and purpose. Our staff engaged in meaningful work to help get them ready. On our first day back, we welcomed 1,272 students. You can see some of the young ladies. They come in different T-shirts every single day. It's quite an amazing experience. If you're new to the high school, it's something it's a sight to see. Including 56 who are new to New Canaan. We have 11 new staff members, 5 of them certified staff members, who joined our team this year, enhancing our already excellent faculty. Some academic initiatives this year. We're continuing with our PSAT testing that we started last year for grades 10 and 11. It's scheduled for Friday, October 11th. Ninth graders will participate that day as well in community building activities that morning. 12th graders will use the time for college application process. There's plenty of work that can be done on their essays in school. We'll have interviewing assistants if needed, and it's combined with Columbus Day and Indigenous People Day. On Monday, they have an opportunity to really travel and visit their schools as well that they're looking forward to. We included a math intern here this year at the high school. He'll be used to do some learning on two of the days of the week, and the other days he's going to be a real assistance for us, doing some push-in work and also some Math Center drop-in support. We continue with our building block, which is academic support, broadcast community time, and counseling, which will continue with the special schedule on Wednesdays. And we've added an enhancement of our phone-free classrooms to include smartwatches and earpods this year. The faculty, facility improvements. The dome renovation is complete, as Dr. Luthy talks about. The renovated planetarium will offer students and the local community an immersive, state-of-art experience for exploring the cosmos, enhancing STEM education, and inspiring deeper understanding of our universe. This summer, thanks to all of you, we expanded our counseling suite with an additional office, allowing us to accommodate a total of 9 school counselors. The enhancement to our facilities demonstrates our commitment to providing a comprehensive support to all students' social, academic, and emotional needs. The increased capacity in our counseling department will enable us to offer more individualized attention and guidance to our student body, ensuring that each student has access to resources and support they need to thrive at New Canaan High School. The auditorium has been updated with new carpeting and a fresh coat of paint. We continue to be generously supported by our PFA. They put that new sign out in the front last year and continue to enhance our outdoor spaces. Student engagement. We have the most engaged student body in the world. They come to everything and are always supportive. So we look forward to our extracurricular activities, including athletics, the visual and performing arts, the clubs, and community service. We have a club and activity fair that's amazing in late September, which showcases student involvement and opportunities. Our peer mentor program continues to guide incoming students, and we did it this week with our freshmen during orientation. Our community partnerships. As I said before, we strongly collaborate with the PFA and local resources and parents to improve school climate and provide academic assistance or academic programming for our families. Our annual open house is scheduled for September 12th, which helps to facilitate, first of all, it's the most amazing social event in the world if you come to open house here at the high school. But it's really an opportunity to dive into the curriculum as well. Our administrative focus, we're focused on creating distraction-free learning environments, including the phone caddy policy in the classrooms. We've got a smooth traffic flow continuing this morning. Anybody who's been at the high school before, this has probably been the best opening week of traffic. Everybody's been in the building by 8 o'clock each day. And it's one-way traffic in the morning, and we changed the entrance route into the I guess, circle in the front as well. And we'll continue to collaborate with law enforcement and CAB for further improvements where possible. Upcoming events, we have open house on September 12th. Spirit Week and homecoming activities are planned for October. And we look forward to seeing everybody at sporting events, theater productions, music concerts, and then all of our kids are so involved in community service involvement. These events highlight the unique talents and passions of our students, and we're continue to maintaining open communication through our weekly update, NCPS social media, and daily announcements. The administration and staff are excited about the year ahead and grateful for your continued support in making New Canaan High School the center of educational excellence in the community. So, thank you. Once again, it's truly a privilege to be here. So, thanks. Oh, some other pictures, sorry. Kids,
Thank you so much.
I happened to be out there. I was racing some cars today. Some kids had a little gauntlet coming down, and then these are our senior mentors who helped out with our tours of the building and working with our kids. So,
And Bill, I'm going to add a quick thank you for you as well. I want to say thanks to the New Canaan Fire Department, who made an early morning trip up and hosed down.
oh, 100%. I generally, try and keep certain things out, but I get here generally early.
Yeah,
So
very.
I'm here at 6 o'clock the first day of school, generally with a brush and a bucket every year, making sure things are always appropriate and trying to help the kids, protect them from themselves
Make good
sometimes.
choices.
And this year, the fire department came by and there was nothing anywhere. It was pretty amazing, actually. So, anyway, thank you. I'm sure that meant there was nothing out there, and our kids have really learned to make sure they're always appropriate choices.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Any comments, questions from the board? Erica?
Well, thank you to all of you. I, attending convocation, thought that there was so much excitement among the staff and the teachers that day, and all of the experiences and what I've heard of members of the community. It's been a great first couple of days, and so thank you to you and all of your building staff to make that happen. I was curious, Principal Murphy mentioned that Right at School had been suspended at West. I was wondering, is it still active at the other elementaries, and is it active at Saxon Intermediate?
It is. It really was. It would have run if we had enough enrollment at West as well, but we didn't. So it is happening. It is at East. It is over at South, and at Sax, those students I think they helped them out, and if they needed more, they could also pair with what's going on at South. So, yep, that's running like we did last year. It's just West didn't have the enrollment. Yep. And if the enrollment arrives and the need emerges, they'll be able to gear up and get a program going.
Anybody else? All right.
Well, I want to just say thank you very quickly as well. It's been a great opening. We, as you can see, we have the best principals in the state, I think and beyond. It clearly shows, and it's reflected in the energy, the positive cultures we have in our schools, the energy of our kids, our teachers, our communities, and we're just very, very grateful for all of their really incredible work each and every day. So opening a school year, there's lots of stressors with whether it's buses or faculty and absences. You just never know what's going to come. I get to sleep better than most superintendents at night because we have such talented and dedicated folks running our schools each and every day. So thank you all.
Thank you very much. All right, so I think that's it. And moving on to comments from the public. Seeing as there are none, announcements from future business. Dr. Lutzy, please.
Yeah. Our next meeting is back on the Monday cadence. We'll be here on September 16th. That evening, we will be going through our financial report. Generally, we do the financial report the first Monday actually not Monday, but the first meeting in September, which is the Tuesday after Labor Day. But given the calendar this year and the rhythm of things, we'll be doing that on the 16th instead. So we have our financial report. We'll also be getting a facilities update from Scott. You heard Scott Olson mentioned multiple times here by our principals. He is our facilities manager, so he's been overseeing the projects throughout the summer. And he'll talk about things the principals don't see sometimes, like HVAC upgrades and things like that as well. But it's been another very busy summer, and Scott's done really brilliant work along with Andrew and getting our work going there. We'll also, if he's available, I believe he is, invite Elmer Reynoso to join us. He's our new transportation manager. You heard some mention of the success of our transportation this year as we got our schools open and running, and that's also thanks to Dave Scarpone. I wanted to share publicly. Has been driving a van for us for a while. He's retired from managing a factory with hundreds of workers and decided to drive a van just as a retirement gig. And when Roy left, Dave stepped forward and said, I think I can help do this. And he's been helping ever since and really did a brilliant job helping with the buses and the routing, solving problems, communicating. And along with our DATCO program and the yellow buses we have, remember we also have 20 some odd white vans that are coming and going all day long to different schools and different individual folks. So it's quite a complex system. Dave jumped in and helped out. Of course, he wasn't alone. He had Danielle and Bill Tesber and Darlene and Jill and everybody helping to pitch in and make that all work. But it did, as we see from the feedback. So I want to say thanks to Dave. We also have a new manager in our terminal, James, who's been very communicative as well. So it's been a great team effort to get things rolling. And once that ball starts rolling, you might have to tweak it a little bit, but it's going in the right direction, and that's what matters. So thanks to everybody's hard work. So anyway, Elmer started on Friday with us, and he's already been on the phone and responding to emails. He rode on the first day. He rode the bus with a student and got used to the route a little bit and understanding our town. So he's jumped in with both feet and already doing a great job. So hopefully he can join us and just say hello. And yeah, there we have it.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for all of you. Thanks, Dr. Lutzy. And looks like we're going to be able to get everybody out of here while it's still bright out. So motion to adjourn, please. Wex, second. Brendan, all in favor? All right. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.